Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trends Tech, and today we're talking about the Best Buy Envision app, which came out on the Apple Vision Pro. So basically what this app allows you to do is you can see a 3D version of different appliances and products that are for sale at Best Buy. So right now we have the app open here, and one of the things I noticed, because I have to point this out, is there's really no way to search for what you're looking for exactly. So if you wanted to search for a MacBook Pro, if you wanted to search for a Samsung TV, I really don't see a way to do that right now. So if you go back here, you have your options here. You have TV, appliances, computers, furniture, health and wellness. So if we go into appliances, let's say I have a refrigerator right here, and I want to get a new refrigerator, or I want to add something to my kitchen, but I want to see it without having to do a whole bunch of measuring and getting down on the floor and moving around and all that stuff. I can view a 3D representation of the product in my own space in AR mode on the Vision Pro. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to demo that right now. So as you can see, if you get close enough, you can get up on the product to where you can kind of see a miniaturized version of it and see how it looks. Even if you go here and you just scroll, you can do the same thing and see different products. So that's kind of like a cool thing. Like, you really don't see this type of stuff, online, as far as like with your own computer or whatnot. This is strictly through the Vision Pro, as far as I believe. Now, if we come back and let's pick a mini refrigerator. So let's say I want to see what this mini refrigerator is going to look like as far as how big or how small it's going to be. So I'm going to click on View in Room. And right now, the Vision Pro in the app, it's showing me a translucent 3D version of this refrigerator. And it says tap to place objects. So I'm going to tap and I'm going to place it right there. So as you can see at the bottom, you have a little bar that shows up to where you can get rid of this if you wanted to. But just sitting on my countertop, I have a good idea of how big this mini fridge would be if I were to sit it up there. And I can also look and I can see how big my regular refrigerator is compared to the mini fridge. But here's the cool thing. You can do more than just one product. So if we go back here and let's say we wanted to look at another refrigerator or even this chest freezer right here, we're going to click on View in Room, and I'm going to look down with the Vision Pro, and I'm going to line up and I'm going to find a space to put the object in the Vision Pro. So I'm going to click, bam, we got it right there. Let's take this, let's move this over so we can see things easier. So now I can walk around and I can see how big this chest freezer is, or how much space it would actually take up. I can even pinch and move this around to kind of see, where I could stick this thing if I wanted to, as far as an appliance. Now, you can add up to multiple ones of these. I think I added up to about 5 or 6, and everything was still cool with the Vision Pro or whatnot. Right now I'm screen recording, so I'm not going to add any more because I don't want the screen recording to stop. But you can kind of get a pretty good idea of how things are going to look based off of the perspective and where they are. So obviously you can see here, there's a little bit of a limitation depending on how your kitchen is shaped or whatnot. But as long as you have like a good square area, the Vision Pro can pretty much map it out and push everything where you want it to. So let's go ahead and get rid of some of this stuff here. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pull this backwards, and I'm going to get rid of that. And now let's go ahead and look at another section here. Let's go ahead and let's say you wanted to put a desktop computer in your kitchen. That's one of the things I've seen some people do, is they'll have a desktop computer or they'll have a laptop. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's say we wanted to go look at the Dell laptop here. It's a 16-inch 2-in-1 OLED. I'm going to go ahead and hit View in Room. And with the Vision Pro, I can move my head around and I can see exactly where I want to put this. As long as you put it on a flat surface, it will stay there. So let's go ahead and put this right here. So right now I can see the product. I can see how much space it would take up. Let's say if I put my hands over it, I got a good feeling of how much space it basically takes up. So that's kind of a cool thing. The other thing you can do is you can take both of your hands, you can pick up an object, pick it up, or there we go. We can pick it up and it can fall down on the floor if you let it go. So we're going to grab it again and we're going to pick it back up. And if you want to, you can look around it and you can say, oh, okay, we have a USB port, we have a headphone jack, we have an SD card slot. This is a 2-in-1, so it should flip all the way around. And once you kind of get used to this, it's a little bit easier to kind of see things. We got an HDMI port, USB-C. And then if I want to, I can go ahead and put it back down over here. And the controls sometimes are a little finicky. So basically just the easy way to get around that is just to close it, grab it again, and here we go. Put it back, and boom, there you go. If you wanted to compare laptops, let's say we got the Dell 16-inch here, and then here we have a Dell 13-inch laptop. We're going to click here, view in room, and then we're going to just line it up and place it right there. So right now, I can see the size difference between a 16-inch laptop and a 13-inch laptop. Let's say you want to go a little bit further. Let's say you want to go ahead and put an all-in-one desktop in your kitchen for whatever reason. Let's just go crazy. So we're going to take this, we're going to line it up, place the object, bam. So now you have all of these objects in your 3D space. You can walk around them. You can get up pretty close to some of these. Now, sometimes you'll see a little bit of a transparency, but most of the time you can get a good view of how much space this is going to take up. So this helps out because you're not crawling around on the floor. You're not taking the tape measure of all these different things and trying to find the exact spot. You're not, going out here and taking your phone and trying to do that. So you can set all this stuff up. Even with this and this app going, let's say you were to go ahead and put together a layout. Let's say you wanted to have a refrigerator, a computer, and all this stuff. You can even use the Vision Pro to screenshot what you see, and you can send that picture to someone else so they can have a vision of how this looks, which is dope because back in the day, you couldn't just take 3D objects and just throw them anywhere and then take a screenshot and be like, yo, I want this to look like this. Right now, I can literally show somebody like, hey, I'm going to get this computer, this laptop, and this. This is how much space it's going to take up. And the dope thing about this is this goes beyond just a kitchen. Imagine going to a library. Imagine if you're at work. Imagine if you're setting up a computer lab or something like that, or anything else that you're going to buy equipment for. And you can have a 3D representation of how these products are going to look and where they're going to fit as far as the space goes before you even buy it. You don't have to go to Best Buy and buy it and then bring it home just to figure out it doesn't fit. So where else does this also make sense? This also makes sense with TVs. So let's go ahead and go into the TV area right here. And look, we got 65-inch TVs, 32-inch TVs, 77-inch TV. You know what? I want to put a $2,500 77-inch TV on my kitchen tabletop, and let's go ahead and do that. So we got it here, and I think I clicked it twice by mistake. So let's go ahead and click it once. I got a little too excited, and let's put it right about there. So bam, for whatever reason, if I wanted to put a 77-inch TV, I know at least it can fit to pretty much this space right here, and I can just see that. So let's say we go here and I want to see a 32-inch TV. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna throw it on the stove, I don't care, put it right there. So right now I can see my 32-inch TV, how much space it would take up. Let's say the microwave wasn't there, I could put the TV up there. Or if I wanted to be crazy and I wanted to have a 77-inch TV inside of my kitchen, you could see it there. So I'm backing up a little bit further because the Vision Pro likes to zoom in real close, but you can see the scale from here, how big that TV is. I still have all of my stuff up here and I have this TV. But Trent, how are you going to buy it from here? Well, I'm glad you asked. So as you guys can see here, it says shop on the web. So we go ahead and we click on shop on the web. Let's go ahead and bring the page up here. And this looks like your regular web page. You can pretty much go ahead and bring this up. You can sign in to your Best Buy account and everything, and you can check out like you normally would on a computer. But like I said, instead of going on here where you normally look at these photos, and yes, you can click or, tap to zoom on a computer, but you're not getting this representation in person like you are on the Vision Pro. You can even go here to a 3D view and you can see a 3D view of how it looks, but you can't see this in your physical space unless you have the Vision Pro and unless you have this app. So I don't know if Best Buy is going to support this, let's say on the Meta Quest or something else, but right now on the Vision Pro, this is looking dope. So let's say after you check out and you go out of here and you exit out at Safari window, it brings you back here to the home screen. Just click on Best Buy Envision again, and all of your stuff starts to pop back up. Might take a second to load, but you pretty much got everything here, pretty much everything where you left off. So that's how it works. The last question that I know some of you guys may have is, what if I take a TV stand and let's say I put the TV stand right there? Can I take that TV and put it on the TV stand? No. It will not allow you to stack these objects. And sometimes if you get too many of them too close together, it won't work out. Now, you can hold it above it to kind of see or kind of look and say, all right, well, how is this going to look if I put this right here? But if I let this go, watch what happens. It just bounces off of the physical space. So that's kind of like a thing about it, is you can't stack these things. So if you wanted to take a TV stand and put the TV on the TV stand using both of these objects, it's not going to work. You got to kind of already have a TV stand and then try and place the TV that you want to get on the stand, or grab a stand and put it in front of the TV so you can see how it looks. So that is pretty much how this thing operates and how everything looks. And from my view, the detail looks pretty good. I can get really close on it, but obviously you can tell it's a 3D thing. But hey, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, y'all, take it easy. Peace.